Hello, friends. It is Sharice, your favorite chef. I am here on Whatcha Cooking Wednesday once again. So excited to be with you tonight. And I have a couple big things to share with you. And I do so appreciate you stopping in. If you're coming in, say hello. Tell me what's cooking in your kitchen this week. Let me know what's happening. And if you're watching a replay, comment replay, just so I know who was here later. I appreciate whoever watches live and who watches on the replay. So I want to tell you about a little something that I'm doing this month. It is the season of giving. And I'm helping to give back to meals for families in need through St. Vincent de Paul Place here in Norwich. It's a program I'm calling Pantry Pals. And what I'm asking is that if you donate or become a Pantry Pal or sponsor one meal for $20, then I will put everything together and take the meal down to St. Vincent de Paul. So what that $20 is, it's a package of our beer bread mix, our tortilla soup mix, a can of black beans, a can of corn, a can of diced tomatoes, a can of chicken, and a can of soda to make the beer bread with. Complete meal, all done, and that's what your $20 will sponsor. You can sponsor one Pantry Pal or 5 or 10, whatever works for you. So if you want to become a Pantry Pal and donate this, and help me to donate these to families in need, just comment PAL or reach out to me directly through Messenger or whatever, text, and tell me that you want to do it. So I actually made up the tortilla soup tonight. It's all over here, ready to go. It's super easy. Oh, the other thing that's not shown in there is the, so here's my soup. This is how much tortilla soup mix makes. Plenty for a family. The other thing that was not included there, but I will include in the package, is the broth to make this. So super easy for people to make. I also made up the beer bread. I'll show you that right here. It just came out of the oven a few minutes ago. And honestly, it smells so, so good. So I baked it. It might look a little different to you. It's in a longer form because I baked it in one of our Brilliance long loaf pans, okay? So if you make homemade bread and you want more of a long loaf, like a sandwich loaf, these are great. But they're so good for baking so many things, and they have this amazing non-stick interior in them. All right, and it comes with a set of 2 pans and 2 lids with the set, and I just love them. They pick up so nicely. So our Brilliance Bakeware is on sale this month as part of our Black Friday sale. We have over 90 products that are 20% off this month. The Brilliance loaf pans is one of them. Also, our other Brilliance pans, which I'm going to be using tonight, the 8x8 square and the 9x13. So I'm going to be making our dessert in the 8x8. But know that you could double this recipe if you need to and throw it in the 9x13. All right? So let's get, are you guys ready? Let's get cooking. All right, I'm going to clean this up really quick and get to our dessert. Okay, so this is a super easy take on pumpkin pie. Let me just get my butter. Actually, I think it's pretty melted. All right, so I've got a third of a cup of melted butter here. And in this bowl, so yeah, it's a take on pumpkin pie that's so much easier. And I really like it a lot better because the crust is really yummy. So we're gonna make the crust up real quick. All right, I've got 2/3 cup of flour here using our measuring cups. 1/3 of a cup of oats. You can use regular oats or quick oats, doesn't matter. And then 1/4 cup of brown sugar, plop. This is our easy read measuring cup. And then I need to chop up finally the moves things out of my way so I don't knock them over. Some pecans, all right? Or pecans. How do you say it? Pecan? Pecan. Need to use my trusty food chopper. Love the food chopper for chopping up nuts. So I have a quarter cup chopped. You know, I had to put a little extra in here. So you can do these up fine, or now one thing I want to show you when you're doing this, if you'll notice when I push it in, when it comes back, it rotates. You see that? See how it rotates? That helps you get the chop really fast. So if you're chopping any nuts this holiday season, this is the one you want, all right? So I want these really fine. So we're going to go right-handed, left-handed. Either way, it works. All right, give it a little shake. I want to get these just a little finer. So you can actually see through the glass collar, or the plastic clear collar, how fine your nuts are. All right, this all comes apart. And this opens up like this, so easy to wash it right in the dishwasher. Yes, we love that. Okay, let me move these somewhere. There we go. I'm running out of space. Okay, so I've got that. I need to add my nuts to the crust mixture. This is the other reason I love it, because of the nuts inside the mixture. Okay. Clean up there a little bit. All right, just mix this together. These 4 ingredients. All right, flour, oats, brown sugar, and pecans. Pecans. I don't know. Whatever you want to say it, you know how you want to say it. All right, then 1/3 of a cup of melted butter. We're going to pour that in here. Mix that together. This is our silicone prep bowl. This is the 2-cup size. The set comes with 3, 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup bowls, as well as lids for them. They are great for anything. If you're drizzling anything, chocolate, or when you're melting things, it's so good. All right, so get this all. You want to get it all, so the butter gets into all of that flour and oats. All right, to make our crust, just about there. And I'm using, this is the small of the stainless steel bowls. The stainless steel mixing bowls come as a set of 3, and they also come with lids, all right? And I've got my trusty mini mix and scraper here. All right, let's grab our 8x8 pan. We're just going to press this into the bottom. See how easy this is? You're not rolling out a pie crust, doing any of that. Just push this down until it's evenly covered. All right. And I love using the mix and scraper because it doesn't really, it won't stick to this. I mean, it's the silicone head, and it doesn't stick to that. Just gonna get that over there. So you can see how quickly that came together. I just want to make sure that there's no bare spots. Sometimes parts get a little thicker than others, so we want to make sure it's spread out evenly. Sometimes when you're doing this, it starts to go up the sides, so I just go around the edges with the mix and scraper and just push it back down. That looks pretty good. All right. In the oven for 15 minutes. All right, my oven's set at 325. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
All right, quick cleanup here. Now we're going to move on to the filling. All right, the pumpkin part. All right, so now I'm going to use the medium size bowl from the stainless steel bowl set. And we're going to add in, make sure I got the right, okay, yeah. We're going to start with our eggs. All right, 2 eggs. We're going to beat them up. I had to leave one of those bowls over here to put my eggs in. Oh well. Got ahead of myself cleaning up. All right, let me just rinse my fingers really quick. There we go. All right. want to whisk the eggs up using our stainless steel whisk. You could put this in a mixer if you wanted to. I find it just as easy to do by hand. All right, so get those eggs whisked up. And then we're going to add a can of pumpkin. Now, not pumpkin pie filling, just 100% pure pumpkin puree, okay, is what you want. We're going to use the whole can using our fabulous smooth edge can opener. Who has the can opener? Tell me. So you're going to put the edge of the can right between these two circles, flat down. Give it a quarter turn and it's locked on, okay? Now, just turn it all the way around until you kind of feel a little pop or release. There you go. Turn it left, it unlocks it. Now we're going to use this button that controls this little beak here. And we're going to take the lid right off, pop that lid right off. All right, smooth edge on the lid and on the can. So no cuts. Alrighty, where is my, and the other great thing about this is now when I put my scraper in there to get this all out, I'm not going to get little nicks on my scraper. So this is the small mix-in scraper. I know it kind of looks large, but it is the small. It's my favorite size. I have at least two of them. I have at least two of the small and the mini because they are my two favorites that I use on the daily. Okay. So the can of pumpkin and then a can of sweetened condensed milk right in there. Okay, get that all in there. All that gooiness. All right, so are you are you yay for pumpkin pie or nay for pumpkin pie? Tell me. Some people are like, absolutely not, and others are like, it's the best thing in the world, right? I love this one myself. Oops, I don't try to do that. Okay. So now I'm just gonna take that, put that there. All right, and then I need in, so the recipe calls for pumpkin pie spice. I use our Cinnamon Plus because it has all those same, it has the cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, a little bit of orange peel, and cloves and ginger. So it has all the things of pumpkin pie spice, and it's so good. I put a shake of this in my coffee every morning. Delicious. All right, so we need 2 teaspoons of this using the adjustable measuring spoon. It goes from, it's a set of 2 because of a 1 full teaspoon and a tablespoon. So it goes from 1 teaspoon all the way to the 1/8 of a teaspoon. All right, just with a little push of your thumb. All right, so we're gonna go 2 teaspoons. 1, not quite. Getting to the bottom of my bottle. So if you didn't know, our Cinnamon Plus and our Korinji cinnamon are only available parts of the year, like this time when it's baking season. So if you haven't stocked up on yours yet, now is the time, my friends. Now is the time. All right, and then just a little 1/2 teaspoon of salt in there. There we go. All right, now we're gonna whisk this together so that when that crust comes out of the oven, all we have to do is pour this in and then bake it for 45 minutes, 45, 50 minutes, depends on your oven, okay? And look, oh, it smells so good. That Cinnamon Plus makes it just, gives it all the flavors, all the feels, all right? Look at, see how easy that is by hand? You don't really need a mixer because it does it. It's so smooth, all right? That's ready to go. How easy is that? Alexa, how much time is left?
You have 9 minutes. And
So
7 seconds left.
we still have 9 minutes, so I'm not gonna hold you up here, but I'm gonna pour this over that crust when it comes out and then bake it for another 45 minutes. That's why this is called pumpkin pie a la easy. Super, super easy, fast. You're gonna want it for your Thanksgiving meal. And like I said, You can use your 8x8 for the regular recipe, which I will share later in a few minutes on the comments. Or if you want to double the recipe, put it in your 9x13. The Brilliance bakeware, along with our other Black Friday items, are on sale through the month while supplies last at 20% off. All right. And remember, if you want to be a Pantry Pal and help me give back to families in need by giving them a meal of a soup and bread, please comment PAL and I'll get in touch with you for your $20 sponsoring of that meal. All right. That's this week of What You Cooking Wednesday. I thank you so much for being with us this week and every week. I know many of you are checking in all the time, and I appreciate that. I will be back next week with who knows what. So we'll see what's cooking in my kitchen next week. I hope you'll join me. See you later. Bye.